Hi, Tim.
What's going on?
Just you and me?
I'm sorry, what was that?
I wasn't sure if somebody else is joining, but they are. Hey,
Hey,
can you say something, Aaron?
yeah,
Yeah,
can you hear me?
yeah.
Cool. I think Marwan is gonna come in a second. But yeah, why don't I just get started and we can go from there. Cool with everybody?
Yes.
All right. So I put 3 things on the agenda. They're all like administrative. So let me just go through them really fast, like 10 minutes max. And then if other folks want to talk about stuff, we will go there. Cool?
Yep.
All right. So we had a ticket last week to get into Outreachy and Google Summer of Code. So background, Outreachy is a program that sponsors contributors to come and work on Athens. But we had missed the deadline to submit Athens as an organization that will support people. And as far as I understood, most projects need to provide money to sponsor, and we don't have any. So that was a problem too. And then Google Summer of Code, most people have probably heard of it. I don't know all the details because I hadn't gotten a chance to study all the ins and outs, but I think it's very similar. And one of our contributors is looking into that. There's a ticket for it open. So that's that. And then 2 other points. I know that there are some folks who want to write blog posts, and if you do want to, and you're not part of the Medium blog organization that's for Athens, DM me. I'll get you on there. Pretty much no questions asked. If you are writing content, amazing. Thank you. DM me when you're ready, and I will schedule it to get released. I'm thinking about 2 per week. And also, I'm going to look through Medium early next week, and I'm going to add some people as admins so that you can do edits and you can release as well. And we'll put together like a schedule and make that so that everyone can release, and we're not going to release like 10 posts in one day. So yeah, that's that. And then finally, the Twitter account. Most people are probably aware we have twitter.com/gomods. At GoMods on Twitter. If folks want to join me on that, I wrote on the agenda basically the things we tweet about, new blog posts. Sometimes we remind people about dev meetings. Sometimes we have big announcements to make. Sometimes there's other stuff just as necessary or as we have cool stuff to say. So if people want to join me to pick up those responsibilities, you're of course welcome. I actually don't know how to add people to Twitter accounts, so that'll be an adventure too. But again, DM me if that's something you're interested in. And if you're not, I'll start bugging people in the next couple of weeks so that if I am out or there's a bus factor and I actually get hit by a bus, our Twitter account won't die along with me. So that's it for my administrivia. So who's got stuff they want to talk about today?
I just want to say maybe a catch up on the beta, not the global beta, but the beta, just calling Athens ready for a beta. If there's any progress or anything to look forward to, or maybe to push. My side of things was mainly I wanted to write some deploy docs, or there's probably, I've seen people contribute like the net RC and the authorization, which is awesome. I just haven't gotten around some of it, but if there's anybody who has anything to say about calling Athens beta, I hope we can do that sooner rather than later.
So I opened a ticket to restart that conversation. And Michal, thank you for reminding from the meeting notes. Looks like we've got docs done. Deployment, building and pushing the Docker image from CI/CD. I don't think we have that, and I can work on that. I can do that like today/tomorrow. And then a nice to have was integration tests. What do people think about that? Do we think we need that for beta?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think just running the test on PRs and on push is fine. Because we usually tag from obviously a commit, and if the commit has been tested, then okay.
Okay.
We still have these end-to-end tests, right? The simple one.
Okay. So do we feel like the docs are okay, or you feel like we need more?
Docs is not enough. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with Mikhail. It's been, I need to spend some time on it. It's been kind of hard, but I think I have just a couple of issues. I just opened a PR for testing because our testing has been a little bit difficult in that you need to set up Minio dependencies and whatnot. And so I think once I finish that, as well as like some observability stuff for GCP, hopefully, at least I do this thing selfishly because I deploy it for my team. And so at least it's like what I count as beta for me. And so if other people, what they think is beta for them, just go for it. Like if there's like, I want this feature for beta, I would say just go for it right away. For me right now, it's been testing, observability for GCP, and I want to say being able to deploy on GAE, which is just like it would be a little bit of a PR, and then docs. And so I'm working on those one by one, but if anyone wants to do a little bit more or maybe help with that, that would be awesome. But to me, docs is really like the most important thing, especially to be able to deploy it for my company and not just for my team. That's the one thing a lot of my coworkers or other teams have been saying is that we need to see some docs so that we know what the architecture is and what the deployment process is and what it looks like. And to them, that's very important, which I agree.
Okay. For me, it's pushing Docker images from CI/CD, and shortly after beta, probably I'm going to get an auto deployment to our like experimental URL, but that one's not prereq for beta. So I will propose this. I created a v0.1.0 milestone. So I'm going to go in and create those issues that I just said. And Marwan, why don't you create yours as well under that milestone? And once we have those, I'll just link to them from this requirements for beta issue, and then I'll close it. And then we'll have a good idea on we'll have like a pseudo roadmap kind of thing, and we can just work against that. Are people okay with that?
Yeah, is there anything else that anybody think is missing or they'd like to see? You can say so now, or if there's anything that's bothering you. Because I feel like in the last couple of weeks or maybe month or so, things have been looking pretty okay. And so there hasn't been a crazy amount of development, which is nice. So I feel like we're just ready for a few final touch-ups. But if there's anything I'm not aware of, it'd be nice to know.
Same. Don't be shy. Speak up if you've got ideas.
I think we're okay, yeah. And I think there's a reason that we've pretty much almost finished everything we wanted to for the beta part of the proxy. So hopefully we can push the rest of the stuff quickly enough.
Yeah. And we're working on some stuff around like what are we going to do after beta. And there's going to be a document that I need to write and they'll share early next week. like Monday or Tuesday latest. And then we can go and talk about that a week from today. So we'll be working on beta. I don't know if we might be done by next week. We might not. But either way, we'll start talking about what is the next step after beta on Thursday next week. So yeah, I kind of agree with you, Marwan. We've got, like, development is slowed down, and I kind of think that's good because we're reaching that point where we're like almost to beta. But we'll have some work to do post beta, and development will speed up again. And all of the Twitters and the blog and everything will start heating up again, and we'll be growing again faster probably than we were before. Alrighty, let me take a note here. So under this, I'm going to put your name down, Marwan, Aaron, Marwan. Requirements for beta. So we have, I'll share my screen so people can see what's going on here. Oh no. What have I done? I upgraded to Mojave and now Zoom doesn't work. All right. I can't just, oh yes, I can. There we go. All right. So requirements for beta, we have a v0.1.0 milestone now. Marwan wants more docs, and you said GAE support. What else did you say, Marwan? Can you remind me?
What did I say? More docs, GAE support, testing, or to word this more accurately, testing without requiring dependencies. Not very eloquent, but it kind of describes it.
I remember you said Minio was one.
Yeah, I already opened a PR for this, but that's just something obviously to do where you could just run tests without having anything needed to set up. And so it'll actually help with onboarding people too, that like you can just run the test like with go test ... and you'll be, and it would work. I feel like there was probably one more thing, but anyway, I'll add it. And if you can, yeah, like once we have the milestone, I can definitely add those things there. Oh, observability for Stackdriver. That's just my thing. That's definitely not that important for beta, but I'll probably try to get it done beforehand.
Okay. So let's see. All right. So we have an 0.1 milestone. If you have an issue for v0.1.0, put it in comments and we'll add it. And
Sure.
then Aaron wants CI/CD to publish Docker image to Docker Hub, and ideally not required for beta, but I'll probably do it before beta.
Could you specify when? Is it for pushing or for tagging? Because I think we have it working for pushing to master, but don't quote me on that.
I'm just going to say we might already have that.
Yeah.
I was just thinking push to master and tags. Let me just copy this.
Yeah, pretty sure tags, I don't think we have anything, but for pushes, I know we had it, then it stopped working, and I think we had it fixed, so it'd be nice to double check.
All right, so I'm going to say ideally pushing Docker image to our experimental deployment on pushes to master. I just figure pushes to master because it's experimental and whatever.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Another thing I wanted to bring up related to the pushing to master experimental thing. I wanted to see if people are cool with me adding Azure Pipeline CI/CD to the Athens project. It would go alongside of Travis. And I would do that specifically to do the pushing to the experimental URL. because the experimental URL is an Azure service, so it would fit pretty decently with Azure pipelines. What do people think? How about, does anyone not like that? Microsoft's evil.
I was gonna say if no one has said anything, it's okay. I think it's totally cool to try, and then we can compare it and maybe vote on whether we like that better or what do we use, Travis better.
Okay.
It's always nice to try something side to side, so I don't have anything against it. But if it turns out that Travis is just doing the same thing and the API is not that different, it's totally up to people who want to vote on that. We use.
Oh, actually, to be clear, I was actually thinking of not. Well, my goal was to not ever replace Travis,
Okay.
but just use Azure pipelines to do the Azure stuff, like deploying to the Azure Web Apps service. We can start doing Windows testing if we want to. We could obviously use AppVeyor for that too. Maybe that's something we would vote on sometime.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on. It's up to you. I would say, yeah, if it's doing something unique for that service and it's not doing anything else, for now, that's, to me personally, that's totally fine.
Okay.
But if you love it so much and turns out it's like, hey, it's much easier to maintain, I wouldn't mind moving it over if it makes a nicer API. But yeah, it's up to you. And as long as people get to vote on it and tell their opinion, then that's fine with me.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I've used Travis for years, but I've never seen Azure pipelines before. So I'd be kind of curious to see how it, what the difference is. So.
Okay. So I'll open an issue for that. I won't put it in v0.1, but I'll make it clear in the issue, like, this is not replacing Travis. This is going to be like for any Azure specific stuff. And I'm going to just leave it at that for now. Cool.
Hey, Aaron.
Yeah.
I have a question about your last bullet point there about publishing Docker images to Docker Hub.
Mm-hmm.
That got set up before GopherCon, so let me know if something isn't working. It already pushes tags, master, and branches, and does like canaries, latest, and obviously the semver tag as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I knew master had been working and that it broke, and then it was fixed after. I just wasn't aware of the tagging part, but yeah, that's double checking all of that would be awesome.
Okay. That is great because that's like my only thing. Probably docs. I'll add that as well. So.
Do we have an idea of what docs in particular we feel are either need to be improved or added?
I think our architectural docs are out of date. Maybe something on observability besides those FAQs.
I want to say, also I want to add to Mikhail's, architecture, just updating it, removing all the Olympus stuff, because I know here and there we've had the Olympus proxy, just like see the registry Olympus on that Aaron just went to.
Components?
And so so there you go, like removing the Olympus part, just like ramping it up so that it just, personally, again, selfishly for me, it's the architecture, so people looking at the docs know exactly what the architecture is and how it works, and then the deployment, which I know there's a bunch of stuff. I feel like maybe, and I haven't, honestly, I haven't looked at it, so this could already be done, but just kind of looking at one page of deployment, say like, this is how you deploy this project.
I think we already have that.
We have Kubernetes.
I've seen a lot of PRs, but I wasn't, and maybe adding, perfect. That's awesome.
I know for sure that design docs are out of date, like design and communication or something like that. There's some data flow
So do we want to remove this? Is that what you're saying, Michal?
Yeah, basically it says that Olympus is crucial part of it,
Okay.
which is not.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that needs to be updated.
Hmm.
Let me take this.
I would say one other piece that I feel like we're missing is the landing page that explains what Athens is and why and when you'd use it, so that as we're trying to blog about it, we can catch people up to date quickly with a link instead of having to re-explain it in every blog post or leave people behind.
Yeah, perfect. Like a homepage. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, our homepage right now has like a quick start, I think, on it, but we don't really explain, our elevator pitch essentially, so people know what our project is and when they'd want to even try to use it.
Cool. I know there were some docs on the .NET RC. I'm still totally a noob when it comes to documentation and how it gets deployed to the website, but I know someone pushed a .NET RC doc recently that got updated. Does that go automatically to the website?
Yep.
Yep.
So it's already awesome. So it's already probably part of the deployment.
Oh.
Maybe.
Yeah, install on Kubernetes was updated with a new section called .NET RC file support.
Maybe it's not merged yet.
I believe it's merged.
Oh no, it's still open.
Oh, really?
.NET RC support with Helm deploy is 7.22. Hasn't been merged yet.
Oh,
Right.
there might have been an. Okay, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe there. Let me look at the close ones.
I remember maybe Michal, I think you had one comment on that. Might not have been.
So sorry, PR 712 is merged, and it's a doc on how. So I'm talking. So the PR you saw, Carolyn, is using .NET RC with Helm, but PR 712 is a documentation PR. And my question was, does it get automatically deployed? And I guess it's, I don't know if it's yes, if it's maybe we rewrote in the wrong MD file, but if you just go to PR 712, which is closed,
It's in design proxy. I just checked.
right. And so, is it on the UI?
Design proxy.
Design proxy, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably not the right place because it's not a design; it's a deployment step. So we can potentially also fix that one.
All right, I'm gonna keep taking notes here. So docs on NetRC and proxy auth to VCS need to be moved from this page into install docs.
Yeah.
Okay. And then just getting back to the changes, we need to, so I saw in here, there's a bunch of stuff here. Is this stuff still valid? I haven't read it over too much.
Cache miss. We don't do any cache misses.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So maybe we should say, so remove cache misses.
Yeah, there's a lot of removing Olympus stuff, not just from docs, but from the code base.
Okay.
That we were hoping to do. I would say the docs are probably more important than the code base.
Okay. So we'll say after beta, maybe we can go through the code and deal with Olympus stuff. But pre-beta, are we cool with removing Olympus stuff?
I would say definitely documentation. We should remove the Olympus stuff pre-beta.
Okay.
Someone else has another opinion.
I am okay with that. When we say homepage, we mean this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then if someone clicks on this, this is a little weird. Are we okay with that?
You should at least have a list of contents there, or
what do people think?
+1.
Okay. So section header pages like this. should at least have a list of the section contents in them. Okay, cool.
Can you also change the first one to update the communication? No, just go back to the doc. And yep,
Update.
I will try to update the flow.
All right. So we've got this, we've got the homepage. I added, we should have links to the dev meeting as well, because we don't. NetRC docs into the install, scrubbing Olympus stuff, then the section header pages. What else? This thing is nice. Let's walk through.
Do we want to have meeting notes there? Just an idea.
Okay. Let's see. Meeting notes. Would we have, I'm just thinking about logistics. Like, would we submit PRs post after every meeting, and then the PRs would be docs PRs to go in? Okay. What do people think about that? I'm hearing a yes. Okay. How about we say, Mikhail, how about we say that's going to be ideal or nice for beta, but not required? And the reason I'm saying that is...
No, it's not for beta. It's just an idea.
Oh, okay. Got it. I'm going to add a new section then. Cool. Meeting notes on the doc site. Yeah, I actually really like that because we could have a whole section specifically about the Athens dev meetings. And that can have info, meeting notes, whatever else. Okay. Other doc stuff, other anything? Athens is perfect. V1 released today.
It is.
Ship it.
Ship it. All right. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to start creating issues for this. I think it sounds like CI/CD is done, so that's all good. I won't create an issue for that. Marwan, put your issues into for VO.1. And then
I'll look at the milestone and add the issues.
Okay. And then for docs changes, why don't I go in and create issues for each sub bullet point here, and then I'll do that right now, and then let's just take issues as we go.
Great. That works for me.
All right. I will literally go in and do that like right now after this meeting so we can get started. All righty. Talk to everybody on the interwebs.
See ya.
Later.
Good night.